Let me open it here.
We're live.
So are we live now?
Yes, we are live.
All right. So good evening, everyone. My name is Phorla, and I'll be having a one-on-one section with you guys today. And we'll be discussing the Euro page tags. And this was going to be an interactive section because I want to understand what exactly is the issue and why most of you are not really getting the Euro page tags. So I'll be showing you, this is how this will work. I'll be showing you a couple of Euro page designs. Some of these designs had certain things that are wrong with them, and some of them are good to go. So the way to be interactively, you would tell me what you think is wrong with it, and we'll discuss about it and know what is good, what is bad in that particular design. And will state reason why this is bad and this is good and all of that. And this will be one-on-one. So when I go to the next slide, you see the first sample where we'll be working with, and you have to everybody can speak at a time. So if you know you want to talk or you want to answer the question or discuss about it, you just raise up your hand, and let me show you how you do that for those that don't know how to raise up their hand on Zoom. You come to this section where you see reactions here, and you raise up your hand. Can you see the sign where it says raise hand? That way, on the chat box here, where you see participants, you would see that it has shown that my hands are raised in that corner here. So according to those who raised up their hand first, they'll be called to speak. They'll be allowed to unmute their mic and speak. And please, based on the rules, do not turn on your video. Only speak when your name is called. And I think someone's video is on right now. Please kindly turn off your video. Thank you very much. And I hope we learn from this process, and I hope you understand this concept and it will help you better in the process of this training. So going to our first screen, now we have this. This is an Euro page from some random design I've worked on, right? And there are certain things that is wrong with this Euro page, which I know, but I need to know whether you know and if you understand what exactly is wrong with it. So please, mentors, um, if you know you want to talk about this and you have an answer to my question to know what is wrong with this Euro page, please kindly raise up your hands so that you'll be allowed to speak. And when you want to speak, mention your name and then speak on the issue. So please, who's interested in telling me what exactly is wrong with this Euro page design? Do we have anybody? Anybody? Okay, I think someone's hand is raised. Please, mentors, it be easier if you help me monitor this. I don't want to go back and forth to the screens. Thank you. I think John Tiger. Uh, okay. John Tiger, can you speak?
Hi.
Hi, good evening.
Evening.
So, okay, so this is the design. What do you think is wrong with this design?
Okay, the logo is not really visible. I can't really see the logo.
Exactly. What
Yeah, I
else?
think um, the navigation bar, the typography is like really tiny.
Interesting. So
That's it.
so you're able to identify that, to see that yes, the navigation, the logo is bad, and you really couldn't see it, meaning that you understand how important contrast is, how it is important for you to be able to see what's on the page design when you work on it. And looking at majority of the Euro pages you guys have designed, a lot of people did not put that in check. You were not conscious of the fact that, oh, this I don't know if that person can see it very well or not. And the fact you're able to understand means you understand that yes, whatever thing, anything you're putting on your landing page needs to be visible. The contrast needs to, you need to be able to identify what is weak, what, and for it to go accordingly, right? Thank you very much for that, John. So for this next one, right? What do you feel is wrong with it? Is anybody, who else's hand is raised? I don't want it to be that it's just one person that's talking. So is anybody on the call that wants to try?
Good evening.
Yeah, good evening. Your name, please.
Shobi Oluwafemi.
All right. Good evening, Oluwafemi. So what do you
Okay,
think is wrong with the design?
just as John Tiger said, the logo number one, then the aspect of
No,
logging in, creating
look
accounts.
at look at this particular one. We moved on from, this was the first one. Now this is the second
Yeah.
one. Now, what do you think about this? How is this one different from this one? Look at this and look at this. How are they different?
But yeah, I can see the difference. There's a change in the logo coloring.
Okay, and what does that imply? What does that give you?
Okay, though I can see that better now.
Which is number one. What else?
But the aspect of logging and creating accounts.
Yes.
Okay, with the coloring there, the green lemon color, I mean,
Yes.
I feel it's not really going in line with the old setup.
Why do you think it's not going in line in the old setup? Because there's a primary button here that says get started and it's green, and this also says get started and it's green. Remember, we have the primary and secondary buttons. So by this being here, you should know that this is secondary button. So one thing with the Europe page is that you have your CTAs. That is, your CTAs are your calls to actions, where you want your user to first see. And for this Europe page, definitely it's obvious that what they want the users to see at first is this get started and the create accounts. That is, they are interested in onboarding people onto their platform. That's why this is there. So that's the essence of having primary buttons and secondary buttons. If you attended, if you went through Chanda's class yesterday, those buttons, based on how they are what directs you on, that shows you what is the most important thing. By looking at these, you can tell that this is the primary button and this is the secondary button, meaning the first thing this platform wants you to do is to either get started on their platform or you create an account on their platform. Yeah.
Okay. But
Do
then
you
in
understand
addition, yes, I do.
that? Okay.
In addition to the size of this now that we're seeing, to the size of the Euro page, the
Yeah.
aspect of select category, enter email address, I feel it is kind of small to this size we are having. The text.
Okay. One thing you need to understand regarding this is that the information they're trying to sell to you on this platform now, they're trying to let you know that this platform connects senders to logistics provider, right? That is the major catchphrase they want you to see. And that's why it's big and bold, because that is what they are selling. An Europe page tells you what that company is selling. So they try to emphasize more on that thing they're selling so that you'll be able to get at one glance that, oh, this is what this website is about. Just by looking at these, you can easily tell that this is a platform where I can, is it like a marketplace where I can meet logistic providers? So that's the major reason why they decide to make this so bold, because that is their major selling point. That's what exactly they want you to see. That is what they're selling. So which is what brings me to, you need to understand that when you're creating an hero page, you need to have things in mind. What exactly the platform wants to sell, and what are the things that would promote that platform to be able to see it at first glance. Obviously, when you come to this type of hero page, you are seeing this first and it's passing the information they want you to get. Is that not it? Was
Yes,
that
ma'am.
not
Yeah.
exactly? So that's like part of the main essence of an hero page. If your hero page is not telling your user this is what you're supposed to do, this is how it's going. If your user cannot grab that information within the first 5 seconds of coming to your hero page, then that design, there's something wrong with the design. I hope you understand now. You understand better.
Yes, ma'am. Sure.
Yeah, thank you very much. So going to the next screen. Now, this is this. Is someone else raising up their hand that needs to speak? To the next person. Hello.
Oh,
Hello, good
hi.
evening.
I was gonna talk about the other page, but that's fine.
Okay, what's your name, please?
My name is Davida.
Davida, right?
Yes,
Did I get it
Davida.
right? Okay, what do you want to say about this?
I was gonna talk about the second text, the one that says list your item and let delivery companies compete for your job. I feel like the text isn't bold enough.
Why do you feel it should be bold enough? It should be bolder. Tell me your reason.
I believe that like it's something that they're trying to pass a message to people, and I think it should be a bit bolder, at least not as big as the one above it, but a bit bolder, because I could easily just like overlook that whole statement.
Yeah, you got that right, because I intentionally did that because I wanted someone to be able to see that, and you were able to see it. Because in this design, if you notice, it's bolder here. Can you see it here? Can you notice how the weight of the text is different? Hello, can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you.
So can you see that here it is bolder? So when you're reading the information, your eye still catches it because it's bold. But yeah, because
Yeah.
it's not that bold, your eyes can easily miss it. So I
Mm-hmm.
like the fact that you're able to catch that, and yeah, and I hope others that are listening to get to understand that aside your main text, your other text that are passing information should also be visible to your users as well. So now coming to this page, can you tell me what you feel is wrong with this design? Hello, are you there? Hello. I think probably our network is bad. Who else is next in line? So probably the person can respond to this.
Hello, my name is.
Hello.
One at a time,
Hello.
please. Yes. Hello.
Hello. Good
Hello, my
evening.
name is.
I think you guys should take it one after the other, please.
Okay. My
Please,
name is Peter Felix.
okay, Peter Felix. So you
Okay.
wanted to talk.
The previous slide, actually, the previous slide, I noticed one error there.
Where?
Create accounts. The icons to any user is showing the icon beside it signifies a drop down icon.
Yes, that
So
was
it's not.
intentional. No, you can't rule it out that is wrong, because what if it's a platform that it's not just one user, one type of user that they have, that is not one type of personnel that they have. For this platform, we're telling them it's a platform that connects senders to logistic provider. So probably
Okay,
the
so
reason,
it's either you create as a sender or
a logistic provider, yeah.
okay, that
So,
is lovely. Yeah.
so and now coming to this design, what do you think is wrong here?
The contract is for I
What
can
else?
hardly read. It's majorly the contract for me. And
Wow, you can't see any other thing that is wrong here.
um,
Okay, let me help you out. Can you
okay.
see the buttons here? Do you
Okay,
know to be
yes.
around there? And can you
Yes.
see the button here?
Yeah.
Now, can you see the text field there? Can you notice that their shape, their rounded corners, they are totally different?
Yes.
Yeah. So that is to tell you there's no consistency on this page. So this is to tell you that whatever you're putting on your hero page, you need to be consistent. I've seen a lot of design where the CTA they put here, it was round, and then they come here, they put book your ticket, it was squared, which is wrong. If you want to use the rounded button, stick to using the rounded button. If you want to use the squared shape, stick to that. The point is, and if your input box, you want it to be sharp-headed or you want it to be rounded corners, you need to be consistent with the size of your rounded corners. That's the essence of why I put this page. That consistency is very important. The moment you don't have consistency in your buttons and everything, it doesn't make your aesthetics look nice. That inconsistency spoils the old designs. I hope you understand. I hope you guys understand that now. Okay, now coming to this. Who is the next person on the line, please? Who is the next person, please? Hello, mentors. Who's the next person? I don't want to keep going back and forth to the screen here and back to the design.
We have Uche on the line.
Okay, so Uche, hello. Hello, Uche. Okay, let's move to the next person. I guess Uche's network is bad. Who else is here?
Emmanuel. We have Emmanuel.
Emmanuel, can you speak up? Hello?
Hello, good evening.
Yeah, Emmanuel, good evening.
Yeah, I'm looking at the design, the logo.
Your mic is, I don't know what's wrong. Are you using your earpiece? Because it seems like it's interfering with the sound. Can we pick someone else, please? I think Davida.
Okay. Vanessa.
Hi.
Oh,
Good evening.
okay, hello, Vanessa. Good evening.
Okay.
So good evening. Hold on, please.
Okay.
Hold on. Compared to the designs you've been seeing from the beginning of the class till now, can you tell me what is different with this one compared to what I've been showing you so far? Can you tell me what's different here?
We have icons at the bottom and other informations at the top. So the landing page was divided into two where informations are also put from top and bottom compared to the others. If
Okay,
that's one of the things I'm noticing.
Aside that, what about the layout?
There is no login details or sign up options. It's just a hero page that just explains what the website is all about.
Okay, now let me explain the concept of this page for you. Now, it's not all hero pages that have login, sign up, get started, and this. An hero page tells you, like I said before, an hero page tells you what the platform is about. And for this platform, you're seeing play to earn in a safe blockchain galaxy, and it says mind-blowing games await you, blah, 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 blah. And you see start playing. This is telling you this is a platform where you can play games. And it seems you want to play.
Hello, so I can't hear you again.
Page was designed.
The fonts.
What did you say?
Your network is your voice is breaking.
Can you hear me now?
Yes, better. Thank you.
Okay. So because this platform is a platform where you don't need to log in or sign up, it's just a platform where you just connect your crypto wallet because it's a platform for Web3. Is a Web3 platform. So, a Web3 platform, they deal with wallet. So, the main CTA that this platform is telling you about is just connect your wallet or you start playing games. And that is what this platform has done. They are not stressing you to start logging in or doing anything. They tell you what it's about, and right on, you can start playing your game. And straight up, it's clear, it's straight up like that, and you're able to distinguish what they want you to do, which is the emphasis I was trying to say, that every Euro page you design should be able to tell you what you're supposed to do. And if you notice for this one, the buttons are consistent. If you look at the size of
Yes.
this at the rounded corner and you look at this, you see they're consistent. And yeah, this where you see MetaMask, OpenSea, this is them trying to tell you probably these are their partners.
Sponsors, yeah.
Exactly. And if you notice, they are properly aligned together. They are not scattered. One is not bigger than the other. Everything is just in a straight, simple line.
Okay, sorry, regarding that, can I ask a question?
All right,
So
go
I
ahead.
noticed that in the icons for probably partners or sponsors, the text they are not consistent. So is it that it's based on the partner's own official branding text
Exactly.
that should be
So
put?
what
Okay.
Yeah, so what is done here, it is using that partner's logo, how they
Okay.
write their name. So it is so because I'm putting them, I'm not changing their
Okay.
brand
Their
details.
text. Okay.
Just
Text. Okay.
exactly. Although this might not be their various colors, I think their platform is using blue, like OpenSea is blue and white, Trust Wallet 2 is blue and white, Coinbase 2 is blue and white, MetaMask has to do with orange and whole. So yeah, I'm strictly making all of them black and white, but I maintain their style
Okay.
in terms of the way their logo looks like and everything. So
Yes.
if you're using Facebook, for example, you don't have to distort the way they look. Keep to their style. Anytime you want to reference any major platform on your design, make sure whatever it is you're using is in line to what they already have. You're not trying to spoil their brand identity. You're maintaining their brand identity, which is what I've done here. If you go to OpenSea now, if we decide to go to OpenSea, you would see that this is exactly how they look. It's just that the color might just be different.
Different.
But
Okay.
I maintain their style, which is part of the important part when you're trying to work on your design. When you're redesigning a platform, for example, you maintain their brand details. You're not trying to change their entire brand, which some people did with the Railway platform. They had their brand color and everything. A lot of people, some people were even using blue. The essence of redesigning something is not for you to just change their color, maintain their brand identity, but just make them look better. That was the essence of the tax. Just make them look better. It's like someone with what's it called, natural face, and you want to do makeup for them. You will use foundation or makeup properties that fit their skin tone, right? That's how
Yes.
they make up. Use something that exactly. So you're redesigning, you're maintaining their skin tone, but you just want them to look finer. You want them to look beautiful. You want them to be easily accessible by users. That is the essence of that assignment. Now,
Okay.
going to this platform, is anybody who is the next person, or I
Mark,
don't want. Okay, who's the next person?
we have Mark on the call.
Good
Okay.
evening.
Good evening, Mark. How are you doing?
I'm
Okay.
fine. Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you. So,
Okay.
for this Euro page, tell me what you like about this Euro page.
Okay. I try like the there is consistency in the buttons, the rounded corners, and also the major call to action, the site. This rent a place. Like, notice that the colors for the major things is basically a site for renting homes in the metaverse. That is Web3. So the major points, place, home, and metaverse, they are all highlighted in different colors, so the user can actually know that okay, this is what is coming to do here majorly. So they
Thank you very
actually,
much.
yeah, they actually differentiated it. I really like that. That's what I like about the site.
Okay, so now that you understand that, I hope you'll be able to also use that anytime you want to design an hero page, that whatever it is you're designing should be consistent, should be able to
Yes.
sell the market you're trying to sell with that particular page. Your call to
Yeah.
action should fit into where it's supposed to fit to. The moment any of that is not in place, you should know that there's something wrong with that design. And that's that about this. Now, about this design,
Hmm.
what would you say about this? I tried to bring something similar to booking a ticket or something like that. I tried to bring that here. What would you say about this?
It seems like it's too congested. Like there are too many options. Like,
When you say too many options, in
I
what sense? What do you think this website wants you to do initially?
think for buying and renting houses. So renting houses. But the way
And
they made the stuff, the way they made it seems like kind of hard, like to find.
how, how is that hard? If you notice by looking at this, they want you to instantly to be able to find place. That's why they put a form of, you can easily search for your location. You can put when you want to check in. You can put how many rooms or how many adults are coming in and then search. That's the first thing they want you to do. They're telling you, the illustration is telling you this is a place you can travel based on the information they're putting there. And this alone, this form is what they want you to be able to do instantly. So for the train booking site where you want them to book tickets easily, you need to put something that will tell them that, oh, you can easily do this one step instantly on that Europe page without having to go too far, and then you'll be able to book your tickets. Is that not it? I don't know if you get that message from them. Okay. Now, saying that, I would want to design an hero page here for you guys to see. I won't design anything related to the train station. I'll just design something simple, but just for you to see how that goes. And when I'm done, then you have those that have further question can answer. So okay, before I go further, okay, let me just do that, and then um, we would go further on any other questions that you guys have. So we'll be designing an hero page, let's say for an NFT platform, for example. So this is my frame. I already selected the desktop frame that I want to use, and I've named my frame. So let's see. So right here, I would want to choose my color, which I think I already created my color style based on, I'm sure by now you would have known how to do most of these things. So, let's see. Yeah, so this is the background color I'll be using for this. And now, when it comes to designing hero page for me, I like, how would I put it? I like to I have a specific measurement that I try to use for the header part and then the other part of my screen. Now for my header, I like using a space of, let's say, where the height will be about 88. So I'll have this going, and so I have my frame for my header here. So any information I want to put at the top will not go beyond this frame. So that's why this frame is here. And now, when it comes to any Euro page, you need to have like a logo placeholder. And I know a lot of people try to get confused about, oh, how will I do a logo? You don't need to stress about logos, because most times probably your client has, or the person you're working for already has a logo, or you just need to come up with something simple. So yeah, majority of the times I like to use fonts to create my logo. So I'll just be using a particular font here to create a logo. And for this particular website, I'll be naming it like a collector. that will be the name of the site. So I think I have the name somewhere around here. But this is not the font style I want to use. So I'll probably have to search here for a font. I think, yeah, I would like to use Irish cover for my font. And if you notice, by placing this here, I'm having a space on, okay, wait, my grilled, before that, I like to put my grill lines so that I won't design beyond that. So for my grill, I'll be setting my grills to, this will be 12. Like my margin to be like 100, and my gutter, I like leaving it at 30 for my, yeah. Now let me just leave at 25. So this is how I like setting my screen for my web. So now I have my grill lines, grill set. So I can close it for now. And okay, let me just leave it open so that I can set my logo. So this logo now is here. It's a size 56, which I feel is okay. But however, I need to make the color, I'll be making it white. Because as you can see, the contrast, you're not seeing it clearly. So that's F, 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 F. Okay. So now I can close my, and when you zoom in, can you, if you notice, it's showing that this is going beyond the border. So I definitely need to move it. So yeah, and that's one beautiful thing about Figma. You can zoom in till whenever or what level you want to zoom in. Like you can zoom into the smallest pixel boxes. That's the beauty of Figma for me. I like that fact about Figma. So, and then yeah, that. And when you look at this, okay, so I have that as my logo, right? So yeah. And now I need my buttons. And okay, so that would be like okay, so for my text, I'm going to have some words here that would be on my navbar. So my fonts that I'll be using here will be JT Wolfman Pro. So let me get that. And okay, this will be size, I think this should be size 16. And I have my Explore. Okay, so I'm going to put this in auto layouts because I'll be aligning it with other text. So I'm going to add auto layout to it, but then it's quite small. So I'll make it a medium and increase it to probably like, let me use 18 for this. Yeah. So, but then I have to use, so now I'm bringing this into the frame here. And as you can see, the contrast is bad. So my color for my text color for this will be is white as well. So I'm going to come and make my text selection. I don't want it to be totally white. So yeah, that's it. So I'm choosing off-white for it. So I have 1, 2, 3, 4. That has to be here. So I can easily come here and just duplicate at 4. And now I would give the spacing that I want. I want the spacing between them to be 48. I'm using the 8-point spacing system. So yes, that's what I have. And okay, the other side. So I can change this now to marketplace. This to artist. And this to collection. Okay, so I have this set. I have my Navbar set. And okay, before I align it to the right, I need my button. And my button will be probably like uh, connect wallet, for example. let's put it as connect wallet. So I have my text. My button font size is 18, and for my buttons, I always make sure that they're regular. So this is going to be connect wallet. And I put that in auto layout. And I put my fill. So my button will be, that's my primary color for this. So I'm using the white card. So no, not this. Doesn't text. Okay, yeah. And then my rounded corner, I want to use this to be, let's say 8, because like I said, I'm sticking to the. Now for my frame, I like the height of my buttons to be, what is it called? To be 24, 48. So I don't want it to bulk. So I'm changing this to 48. Yeah, I like my button height to be 48, and then the space between this, as this space here, I'm going to adjust it. I'll give it 32, and here to be 32. So I have my button set, right? So I'm bringing this here. Now remember, I need to turn on my gray line again so as to see where my button will be staying. If you see, when I zoomed in, my button is not following the grill, so I'm moving it back in a little bit. And since this, I want this to align with this, so this is what I'll do. This is supposed to be this color. Yeah, so that's my. So I want this. So this, and this. I'm going to add auto layout. So I can see they are all aligned together. So they have equal spacing, because I want this to be in the center. So you have your spacing there. And that's the beauty with auto layouts. Auto layouts give you that chance to, for your eye element in the design to be within the space you need it to be. So that I can close back my gray line. So now my navbar is done. I'm good to go with my navbar. Now we have the mid area. So for the information for my, this can go. Now for the information for my in area, so my major message is this, right? So I'm going to be, okay, let me duplicate this and bring it this here, right? And as you can see, the contrast is bad as well. So I'm using the same color that I use for my text here. So I can easily just come here. Now, I want to pick a color here, the white color here. If you notice this part here, you notice this ground is showing me different colors. The picker will be telling you the different color code. But if I decide to just pick randomly like this, I won't be able to pick the exact color I need to pick. So for me to pick the exact color I need to pick, I just zoom in. If you notice, the moment I zoom in, I'm able to select the color that I need to select, and I pick it. And voila, you have it here with me here. So this, I'm trying to make this look like it stands out. So I would be doing this. Let me increase the size. I would like to use 64 as my, because I want something bold. So this, I'll increase it to bold. And then 64. Let's go wilder. Let me make it 94 because yeah, I want it to be big. I want that to like really show and catch their eye. This rare, I'm gonna make it white as well. So yeah, I pick the color. But however, because I still need these words to stand out, so I'll be using something from my pencil here to just draw like a circle around it. Sorry for, yeah, it's not consistent, but I intentionally did that because I wanted to create something unique with that. So I'm going to adjust it. So I can either do this. So yeah, I'm not the best drawing down, but okay. So this will be going as, let's say this. No, it's not sharp. Let's look for a color that would stand out. Let me see if it works. Yeah, this works. So, or let me see if I can try something else. Okay, so I have my lines, right? So I give it the color I want, right? And then so I'm deleting this. What this now? I'm trying to make it. Wait, let me do that again. So I pick my lines here, and then I draw here, right? And then I come here. Then I come to my bender. This tool here is used for bending stuff, so I'm using it to bend this. So I've done that, and I change the color to what I want, and I flip it all the way around. Now, oh, sorry, Control Z. Now, okay, that's done. Now I bring it closer here, where, and I can make it thick. Let's say I'm giving it an 8 stroke. So when I zoom out, I'm able to tell whether it's too much or too. So 8 is too much. Let me reduce it to 4. Yeah, 4 fits perfectly. For me, for the purpose of what I needed to do. So now I need to create a card. So I'm creating a card here, and mind you, I always, whatever it is I want to do, I always use a frame. I always use a frame because with frame, you can never go wrong with frames. So here, so here's my frame. So I'll be doing this, my frame and this, I'm trying to make them sync. So at first, I'll put them in auto layout, make them aligned, and mind you, let me turn this back on. So I would monitor my, as you can see, this is not in the right position, so I'm going to move it. Yeah, so yeah, I have that. While this is too close to the edge, so I can decide to reduce this to have my perfect size. So I have that. So I've done what I needed the auto layout to do for me. I can decide to remove my auto layout, which I would be doing. And now they're in a frame, which is what I need. So I need this to be rounded. So I'm giving it 24 because I'm using an 8 spacing system. And this would go, and this will become, let me look for card color. Yeah, my card will be this. And yeah, so now I'll be drawing another frame inside it because I need to use it to upload an image. So yes, you can put a frame inside a frame like that. So the reason I'm shifting is because I'm going to have some text here, which I intend to do. So this will also have a rounded corner of 24. Remember the consistency, it is very important. And now I want to check, okay, if you can see, this sides here are perfectly equal. I'm having 23, 23, which is okay for me. So this, I'm turning this into an image. So I come here, this is image, and I come, okay, I think I have one. Let me upload this. Yeah, perfect. So if I want it to fit, it comes to fit. Oh no, I don't feel, okay, yeah, this is good, this is okay. This is okay, I'm trying to do this. So now, my message that I want to be on the year, this is going to be, I'm reducing this to 24, and this is coming right here. But 24 is too small compared to the upper text, so let's say 36. I'm just leave it at 32, and this, yeah, this comes and I pick my color as well. Now I'm picking colors now because I don't have like a fixed text style, so it's easier for me to pick here rather than just, because assuming it's a big project, I'll have had my, style guide done, I'll have my color style fixed and everything. And I'm going to make this a little bit medium to make it, also readable. And yeah, okay, I need what's it called? I need some icons. So I'm coming here to pick up my icons. I need a love icon where we have likes. Okay. Yeah, so I'll be needing this icon. This is Vusax. So I'm coming to pick Vusax here. Control C. I'm coming here. I need it here, so Control V. I'll come back to adjust it. So I just want to pick out my icons first. I'm picking the star, Control C, and I'm coming here. This will be outside Control V. Now I'll come back to the star. First, I'll do with this one. So now I need to change the color to fit this as well. So, and then here I'm increasing the size of this to 32 to make it much more visible. Now the space I want, now for this card, I'll be giving equal spaces at the end of this year and year. So for year, the top here, I intend to give it 32. So yeah. So this is 32. It'll come in because there's another text coming in here. So let me just copy a text that we have here, Control D, Control X, Control V, and then I bring it here. This is supposed to be regular, so I'm picking it as regular. So this and this, I'm going to put them in auto layout so I can, fix it up together. So this is supposed to show me, like, let's say I have 275 likes. So, but then they're too far from each other. So I'm going to adjust my spacing to be like, let's say 8. Yeah, perfect. And this comes here. So remember my spacing here is 32. And it needs to be same line with this. So that's fixed. Now here I am supposed to have the name here, Control C, Control V, and yeah, notice can decide to put auto layout again. It's just so that they will be consistent and they'll be on the same line, and I'll have that consistency I'm looking for, right? So I can decide, okay, this is not, let me take this out first, and move it to the back because I need it to be in line with this. So, right. So, this and this, I'm taking it back into auto layout. Yeah, so it's back into auto layout. So now this, I need this to be, yeah, this is regular. But this is the name of the collection. So let me say Ape King. That's the name of this heart. Ape King melting. Ape King, let me go to Meta. So that's the name. If you notice, because I have a particular spacing with my S layout, as the text increases here, you can notice that this this comes out here. So the way to correct that is just adjust your spacing here, and I need to make sure that yes, it's in line. So I know that I need to increase the spacing a little bit, and yeah, so I can decide to, okay, let me put this itself in. Oh, Control Z. Okay, so I have that. And let's see here. Sorry, let's start. Okay, it's a frame in a frame. This. So I can decide to bring this out. Yeah, because I don't need this. Okay, so I have this, but based on hierarchy, I need this to be bold so that it will be more visible. If you notice, I'm conscious of my spacing because I want them to be aligned together. Yeah, so this is bold. I've increased this. So this is bold, right? And now Control D, Control X, Control V. So this is coming here. I'm reducing this because to light, because sorry, to regular, because that precedes this. So this is giving me by magnitude or by Megafox. Megafox is the artist that did this, so I'm giving it that. And this, I could give it like 16, and it's regular, and yeah, the spacing, I'm giving it. Okay, let me just put this and this in the auto layout. Yeah, I did that a lot, and then I can change the spacing to 8 here. So I have a proper control by it here. So this and this, I need to give the spacing to, let's say, 32. So yeah, if you notice, my spacing have been the 8 point spacing system. So let me just copy this and bring here. So I'm coming here now. Other information will be here. I know I'll be needing like 4 other informations. So, okay. So I'm having current bit. And here I'll have time left. Sorry, that's in caps. Time, oh, oops. time left. So for proper alignments, let's say current bid is at, let's say, 10.54 ETH, right? So this will be here as well. Now I need my blockchain icon. I have something. Let me check Vosax. If Vosax has my Ethereum, that's company logo. Let's see. Do they have? Okay, they do have. But I'm not sure I like this one. But because I want consistency, let's see. Let me see. Yeah, that's it. Control C. So I'm bringing that here. Now, if you can see, our hero page is coming up. So this will be in auto layout so that I can insert my icon in it. So Control V, and this will be in front, right? Okay, so I need that to be blah. Okay, no, so I need that to be this. So I'm keeping that as that. So this is, I don't need to have any space, so I'm giving it 0, 0, because I would be putting, and I think this icon, the size of the icon is too big, so I'm reducing it to like 18, so that it gives me the feel that I want. Now, I feel like I could do better with this icon, so I want to improve on it, so I'm going to draw a little bit of ellipse to do that. Okay, so I have my ellipse size, I'm giving my ellipse 24, and yeah. Okay, let me Control X this first and I'll put this here. So this would be, let me give you the color of my background. Where is that sidebar? Okay, so this is 18 and this, and then I will Control G. I've grouped it, so I am okay. So I'm taking this out. So now I can decide to reduce this by going 18. So yeah, and then since it's in auto layout, I can centralize it, and then I decide to put this and this in auto layout as well. If you notice, I'm using loads of auto layout. Spacing is 8. It's too far, so I want to give it 4 here. So yeah, but since I'm using 8 spacing, let me just take 8. So yeah, 8. The left, okay, here is current bid. I like this in caps. Okay, so I have this here. So now this has to be 23, I think. So now this needs to be current bid needs to be a little bit bold, so it's being medium. Time left to needs to be bold, so it's in medium. Right, and then these, let's say I have 21 hours. I don't want to be in cap. 21 hours, 43 minutes, and 23 seconds. Yeah. Decide to use this way. This and this will also be in auto layout, and sorry. Yeah, I'll just put it in auto layout, and there will be a space between them is 8. And yeah, so I can put this and this in auto layout as well. And they should be aligned together. And okay, so I need to space this. So okay. Right. Okay. Now, because I need the space up here and the space down here to be equal, so I'm putting this. I'm going to reduce my frame. So this is supposed to be 32. So meaning I need to still reduce it like 7 more. So I can start to count it 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And when I check this, I have 32 here and I have 32 here, right? So now the spacing between this, and this also need to be equal. If you notice, the spacing is also 32, which is all good. So now I can let them be in auto layout up. Sorry, okay. So all good, all good. And that's that with my card. What else? Okay, yeah. Probably I'll make this a little bit thin. I reduce the weight. And decide to reduce the weight. Okay, yeah, perfect. Okay, so now, now final touches to this to complete this. Okay, yeah. This. Right, so I have my text for, let's say, let me use this now. I have 3,500K plus, right? So Control D. Artists, let's say we have about 50 artists, 50 plus artists, and then we have about 200 plus auctions. So this is meant to be here. This is meant to be here. Sorry, I'm going to align them. So yeah, so for proper alignment, I'm going to put this and this. To do my alignment, I'm going to put them, okay, they're now aligned. So, okay, I think, let's say 120. Yeah, perfect. But then I'm taking out my outer layer first because I still need to do some things. And I'm taking this out, and we have this. So zooming out, and then, so now I have my artworks. So I like to use this for this way. So I'm duplicating this here. I'm having this as artwork. So duplicating it. I have auction. Duplicating it. Oops. I have artist. Sorry. Okay, this is artist. Okay, so I think I swapped it. So this is this. So these are in a frame. So on group, I don't need them to be a frame. I need this and this to be in a frame together. So the space is 0. Yes, I want it like that. This and this. I need them to be in auto layout together. Auto layout's gonna fix it. Don't worry. 0. This and this auto layout. If you notice, I'm using a lot of auto layout. That's just to ensure that everything is properly aligned together. And now I can group this, and this, and add my auto layout. And I'm taking them out because I want to add them here. So I'm bringing, so I'm bringing it down right here. So this, okay, is a frame. So let me ungroup this first. So this this and this. So let's make their space 32, for example. So yeah, I can group this together and then put this in auto layout. So now I need this to be, I need to space this more. So I'm giving these, let's say 48. Yeah, I think this is better. And then, so yeah, for this will be bold. This is bold. And this is bold. Right? So for this, I need this to be like this to be here, this. So, and yeah, we are done. Okay, now I need to come here and adjust this. Okay, I think it's done. So there you have it. Okay, I think let's put this as regular. This as regular. This as regular. Okay, voila. And we have our hero page. So yeah, that was a long one. I hope based on the way you send me design, if you notice, I want focus to be on this rare. That was why I decided to put this. And when you come on this platform, you can easily tell, okay, what this platform is about, what they're doing. Okay, I think one more thing I did not consider is the spacing between this and this. Okay, I have 120, which is okay. Yeah, I'm fine with that. So yeah, that's how to go about designing an Euro page. You see how I consider the major information I want to pass out and all of those things. So yes, I hope you guys get to understand more about Euro pages and the rest. So for now, if you have any questions, yeah, I can start taking questions for now. Anybody that asked questions so far? So the question section, the question section, I'll take one question from the live call, one question from YouTube, so that I will not ignore those on YouTube. So since those on call have been talking since, so please, mentors, can you give me a question from somebody that is on YouTube? Hello, Loy, anybody? Are there other mentors on this call? Hello?
Yeah, we can hear you, sir.
Oh, okay. So any question from anybody on YouTube? Let me check the chat box here to see if there are questions. Because I don't.
Yeah, so can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you, Trust.
Okay, someone says she points out what part is called the card in the design.
What?
What parts you call a card? A card.
A card. Okay.
Yeah.
So to answer that, this is a card. This that I created here is a card. This is what the card. This is the card here. Or this particular part of the design. That's the card in the design. So, which other question?
Okay. What's the difference between grouping and auto layout? It seems they perform same function.
They don't necessarily perform same function. Now, grouping makes everything to be together such that when you're moving anything that are grouped together, you can easily move them together. And they might not necessarily be aligned. When you group something, for example, let me show you random example of something I'll be grouping. Now, this will be here and this will be here. When I group these two together, Ctrl G, do you notice they are still aligned left and right without being balanced. But the moment, if I now, let me duplicate this now, I'll ungroup it. Now, this is not grouped. These are now separate entities, right? Now, this is grouped, but it's not aligned. But the moment I use auto layout, when I click on this and I decide to add auto layout, when I had auto layout, what do you notice? Auto layout arranges. I can now come here to adjust it the way I want it. So this is purely the difference between grouping. Grouping just groups everything together without aligning it for you, without properly aligned or anything. And while auto layout do the entire alignment, which makes your design better. So yeah, this is the difference between grouping and auto layout. And when you do auto layout automatically puts those things into frame, because when you come to your left hand here, you see that this is now in a frame. But for a group, it's just tell you this is a group. And when you look at it, you see the elements inside the group. But for auto layout, it's putting in a frame and also aligning it properly for you. Any other question?
Cool. Okay. There's another one from YouTube. Is it all Euro pages that have CTA?
Yes. All Euro pages have CTA. Your Euro page must have CTA. The CTA might not be something you do on the platform. The CTA might be telling you to download something from their app until you get the app and have get the app on Play Store or on App Store. And the Play Store and App Store button will be will take you to where you download those things. So yes, an Euro page must have CTA. So for someone on the call, let's take questions for somebody on the call. So let me, who's the first person that their hand is raised so that I can answer them?
You can take Daniel.
Okay, Daniel. Daniel, you can speak. Daniel, you can speak.
Can you hear me now?
Yeah, I can hear you now.
Okay, so I have about 2 questions. You were zooming in and out so fast. How do you do that? Then secondly, in your hero page, I thought there was meant to be a CTA under the caption, aside the one on the header. So
that's true. I totally forgot. That's true. Yes, I was supposed to put a CTA here. I didn't know I escaped my mind. Yes, that's true. Let me actually do that. With that, that means I have to reduce the size of my font here. Let me do that. I'm coming. So let me remove this from auto layout so that I can make my adjustment properly. So I'm shifting this up, and since I'm using this button as well, so Control D, Control X, and then I come here, Control V, and if it was auto layout automatically arrange this button the way it's supposed to be. So I want the CTA to be like longer, so I'm giving this, let's say 4, and I'm giving this also 64. So this will be staying discover, or let's say the word explore. Let's use the word explore, for example. And yeah. Okay, so since that's that, so this, let me increase this back. Let's see, let me do 72, because I really wanted the, let's say 76. No, okay, I think this is cool. So, where are you? I'm trying to click my elements, not clicking to find that. It's quite easy. Most times when I'm trying to do that and my elements is giving me a headache, I just come here. It should be, okay, I found it. Oh, it's not inside. Imagine. No wonder. So I'm placing it inside now and then putting it where I want to be. Can you see the effect that the fact that I needed to add a CTA here, it has reduced, I had to reduce the size of this, and this also has to reduce to like, let's say, let me use 28. So yeah, let's tell you. Okay, I'll tell you about the zooming. You zoom easily with your mouse or your trackpad. That is this part of your system where you scroll through. Or for shortcuts, I've forgotten the shortcut for zooming in and out on with the keyboard. I've forgotten it because I'm used to using my mouse or using my trackpad on my system. So
Yes, using
that's
the mouse, do you just click or
uh, using the mouse, you know the middle stuff in the mouse, you just use it to zoom in and out, zoom in and out. It's quite easy.
Okay.
Yeah.
And then in your current bid, you wrote current instead of current.
Oh yeah, that's typo error. I'm
Yes.
going to correct that. Thank you for that. Okay,
Thank
so
you.
you're welcome. So any other question aside that? Next person, because this will be ending soon. So yeah, I think that's corrected. Although meaning I still need to work with the spacing, but for now, I believe my message has been passed. So I'll leave it at this for now. I'll probably work on correcting later. So question, any other person with question? I think, who's the next person? I think Ferromi, your hand is raised. Ferromi,
Hi.
are you there? Hi, Ferromi.
Yes, I'm here.
So what's your question?
So I have two questions.
Okay, what's the first one?
The first one is that when you started designing, how did you divide the navigation bar from the rest of the page? Did you make use of frame?
Yes, I use frame. If you notice, these are inside a frame. The only thing is that I remove the fill of the frame. See, if I put the fill, see, so I remove the fill of the frame. I can decide to remove the fill completely here, and you don't have any fill. That's what I did. So if it is a kind of design where you want the navbar to have different color, different concepts. So for me, because I'm used to designing, I already know what I want the height of my header to be. I always like it to be like it is. And that's the part of the 8 point system. I just like working with that for my header. It's just a personal preference. There's no fixed size to it. That's just what I like doing.
Oh, okay.
So what's your second question?
All right. For my second question is that can we have two primary buttons on our hero page as call to actions buttons?
No. One has to be primary, one has to be secondary. And the primary one is the main one you want to sell. The second one has to be a secondary button. So that emphasis will be on that one that is like your primary button.
Oh, okay. But they can have the same fill color like the one we have here.
No, it won't have the same. If I'm to attach a secondary button here, what I'll be doing is this. I would duplicate this. This will have a stroke, and the fill will be gone, and my text will be probably white, and the stroke too will be probably, let's say, the stroke too will be white. So this can be, let's say white. This is just an example. Let's assume this is white.
Okay.
So if it is explore, I want them to do majorly. If the first thing I want them to do is to just is to buy, this can now become explore, and this can become buy. Meaning the major thing I want them to do on this platform is to buy NFTs.
Buy. Okay.
So the secondary thing they can do is to, and also need to make sure that the space between them is sufficient enough such that it does not confuse them.
Okay.
That's why you cannot put two primary buttons, because you don't want to confuse your user. So by putting this, I can easily tell my user can easily say, oh yeah, I can easily buy. So if you put two primary buttons, they'll be confused on what to do first. But with this, I'm telling them first they should buy. Then secondly, they can decide to explore. So yeah. So next person, let's say Chinedu. Chinedu, you can speak.
Hello, good evening.
Good evening.
Okay, actually, the question I wanted to ask has been previously answered.
Okay, since that has been answered, let's move on to the next person. The next person, I'm seeing Neche. Is that right? Neche, you can speak.
Okay. Hello, good evening.
Good evening.
All right, so I don't know how the line under the rare.
This one. This.
Yeah. Please, I just want to know how the color, how you blended the color, something like that.
Okay, I already had a style for it, linear, yeah. But to do that, let me it's gradient, and I already had that gradient mixed.
Okay.
So when you click on it, you see that it said when you come here, we said we have radal, we have Phorla, we have diamond, we have linear, and we have solid. So I can test for the linear, I've already mixed the color mixed down. That's why I was able to have that. So, and anytime I have a linear that I like, I always try to save it on my library as a color style so that anytime I need it. That's why if you come, majority of these colors that I have here, they are random colors that I like that I've already saved on my color style in my color library.
So how do you save it?
To save a color style, now for this file I opened, and let's assume I want to save this particular white here. This one is not saved, that's why it's written here. Now to save this, it's a matter of clicking on this where you have style, then you click on this plus sign. So I can name it NFT white, for example. I'm giving it a random name. I give my color style a random name of what will make me quickly remember why I do that. I only do these random names for maybe I'm just designing maybe one design challenge or probably dribble shots and all of those things. So I just give you random name that will make me remember quickly. So there are all those type of color style. They are stored in my personal library. So I'm saving this. When I create, now if you come here, you see that the NFT has been added. Now, if I want it published into my library, it's a matter of coming here. All these styles that I've created will be added and be published.
Right.
That's published. Or if I know that I have saved some styles from other files on my Figma file so far, I can easily come here. Like I can remember that I've saved some. Once you activate it here, if you notice, this has changed here. All the color styles that place save is showing. Color styles under my 30 days design challenge. When I open them, if you notice the color styles, they're coming up here.
Yeah.
So that's how you activate and deactivate. Yeah, and deactivate libraries.
Okay, sorry, please. One more question.
All right.
So, please, how do you remove auto layouts?
I just okay. For example, this has auto layout, right? This has auto layout. Okay,
Yes.
No, this does not. Let me first. Okay, yeah. This one here, this has auto layout. As you can see, it has auto layout. It's a matter of me clicking this minus, and it's gone. But my brain remains. Look. It's not, But when I click on plus, the auto layout is back.
Okay.
when I click on minus, the auto layout is gone, but the frame
All right.
remains. So
All right.
adding and subtracting, that's why you see minus addition, minus addition, minus addition, minus
All right.
addition.
Thank you. Thank you very much.
You're welcome. So next person, I have Ziggy. Ziggy, you can unmute. This will be last one from here. Then we'll take a couple more from YouTube, and then
Hello, good evening.
yeah, good evening.
Okay, so first off, I want to thank you for the whole training, and I really appreciate your designs were awesome. And within the space of how many minutes, I was able to learn a lot. But what I want to ask is not based on this design that you did now. It was based on the last class. I don't know if I'm getting her name, Bombos. And that is about the components, like how to add components and how to, name them. So it
Okay.
has really been a problem, yeah.
Okay. How will I put it? Number one, I said it categorically that this class is only going to be about what's it called? About Euro page, but because you're on the call, I would answer you. And I believe that they're still supposed to take you classes on components, which I think Chandan also did yesterday. So if you also watch that video, you would see it. Well, I'll just show you randomly. So let's assume, okay, let's take the star for example. I want to make the star, okay, this is a let me detach it first. So I want to make the star a component and for it to have different variants where I can change for. So let's say first, I'm only putting it on auto layout because I want to duplicate it. So control, sorry. Let's see, sorry. Okay, let's. So let me remove it from the auto layout. So this is a star. This is a star. Let me delete this. So I'll make these Control D, right? So I'm putting this and this into auto layout because I need to duplicate them. So the space I'm giving them is about, let's say 16, right? So I need them to be like 5 because I want to do a 5-star thing. So I have my 5-star here and I'm naming it star rating, right? So now to put this into a component, you see this icon you see here? Can you see it's showing rate component? When I click on it, this is already a component. So if you come to your asset here, and I come to, no, not this. Okay, can you see that the star is showing here, right?
Yeah, yeah.
So because I've already created it as a component. Now, if I wanted to have variants, that is different varieties and all of that thing, then I can add, what's it called? I can decide to add variants by, sorry, deleting this. So I'll be adding variants for this. Where is the add variant? Variants. So,
okay.
So when I had variants and then this has been created, so I'm expanding this. So I have another, I've duplicated this another variant. So I could decide to add more variants. Let's say we have 5 stars, so 2, that's 2. I need 2 more, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So let's assume I want to do 1 star, 2 stars, 3 stars. So this I would make it have a field. Sorry. Okay, I'll have to copy the field one. So yeah, I'm coming here. Let me see. Load. Trying to be fast because it's getting really late. So where is it? Where are you? Okay, found you. So oops, no, I don't like this. this axis doesn't have the star I need. So no, I'm not gonna use it. So let me just use the one with the stroke on the body. So this, the color change would be, let's assume this now, would be this. So these two will have color change of this. These three we have color change of this. And this one, 4, would have the color change of this. And this one, all the 5 colors would change, right? So now, meaning I have different type, I can come here. This is default 1 star. This is 2 star. This will be 3 star.
Oh.
This will be 4 star. And this will be 5 star. So let's assume I need the star to be in this design just for practice sake. So now I come to my assets, I pick this, and it comes here. Okay, because of the auto layout, so auto layout is going to arrange. Okay, let me just put it there. I'm just putting it anywhere randomly because okay, the color is same as this. So let me change their colors. I didn't know that it's same color, so I'm changing the color here. I come here and then I pick my color. So and then change this one to white so that okay, yeah. So if you notice, now if I come here and I want it to have a 3 star instead of it having 1 star, I just come here, I can pick 3 star, I can pick 4 star,
wow,
I can pick 5 star, I can pick 2 star, I can pick 1 star, because I've created a component, I've made it a variant, and this is the component has different variants. So meaning it has different properties. So you can easily switch from however you want it to switch in your design. So basically, that's that about creating components and creating different variants that you want. So final last question from YouTube, please. Probably the final one, because I believe we've spent a lot of time here. So okay, if you want to resize to do mobile, how do you do that? That will be probably another class. We can't do the responsive view today, not today. I want to know how she put auto layout into another bigger auto layout. It's just like frames. You can keep putting frames on frames on frames on frames. I cannot really show you that, but it's possible. You can put auto layout inside auto layout inside. It's like putting frames inside frame, inside frame, inside frame. So as you design and you practice, you would get better at it and all like that. So I think no major questions coming from YouTube. Any last final question from me? Okay, I think I have confidence. Confidence, you can unmute and speak.
Okay, good evening.
Good evening.
Thank you so much, Phorla, so far for the class. Really appreciate.
You're welcome. Go straight to your question. This is the last question.
Yeah, please. I noticed your work is stable on your sheet. Most times when I'm working, I'm always looking for my work. So I don't know how you do it that it's just on your screen. Like mine, I have to be using the hand to be searching for it. Sometimes it will just disappear. I'll not be using the hand to look for my frame everywhere. Sometimes I have to go back to files to now bring it up, open it up again before I could see it. So I don't know.
Probably the way your cursor is set or the way your mouse is set. I wouldn't know how that, but the thing is, this Figma sheet, this Figma sheet is wide. Like, see, you see that you can't see my work anymore. It's gone.
Yes.
It's gone. So it's because Figma sheet is wide and broad. So if I want to see it, I just have to the best way to look for it is just come here, select it, and then when I zoom out, okay, as you can see, my work is lost. I'm also looking for my work. Oh, look at it here. See it here. So it's
Okay.
just wild. So it's nothing to be scared of. It's just zoom out and then look for it on the board. And like I said, Figma sheet is, you see, you zoom in, zoom out. It's just pixels upon pixels upon pixels upon pixels. So yeah, I think
Alright.
that's the end of
Thank
today's class. Thank you very much. Maybe some other time we'll host something like this again. Thank you very much.
thank you.
I would say one thing. You guys need to learn to, when you're on your YouTube classes, yes, the person might be fast, but when you watch again and you slow down and you watch it, you get to understand it. Then when you what's it called? When you go to places like Dribble Beyond, you get to see what you need to do. So when they give you an assignment or a task to design something, before you just bump into just designing, go to Dribble, put the keywords, just search. You see plenty options, and then you copy, save it. You create something like a mood board. If you notice, yeah, I have a mood board. I put different design that I wanted to show you guys before I now go to the main work we want to do. So you need to know how to create that such that when you guys when you're working, you have things that have inspired you. It's called you trying to get your design inspiration and all like that. So don't just jump that I don't understand this thing or this or that. Try and research about that. So put the keywords of those assignments they give you, put it out there on Google or anything. You would see it. Google is very friendly. You would see anything you're looking for as long as you use the right keywords. Nothing is too difficult as long as you're ready to do it. So thank you very much. You can all exit the call now. Thank you.
Thank you.